Hi, good afternoon and welcome to the screencast. Today's subject is going to be the CMS 1500. We're going to be completing it on the patient Isabel Durand. If you would turn in your books to job 4.5 4-5 on page 95, it states Isabel Durand arrives for her appointment. Several minutes later, she begins having severe chest pains and trouble breathing. Another worker immediately takes Ms. Durand to an exam room in a wheelchair while you inform Dr. Heath. He tells you to call the hospital for an ambulance while he performs an EKG. It shows Ms. Durand is having atrial fib and is taken to the hospital to be admitted. Complete Ms. Durand's ledger card and the day sheet, charging her only for the EKG. Most insurance plans would not pay for the office visit and the hospital visit on the same day. Since the hospital admission will entail a more comprehensive workup by the physician, this procedure will be the one charged to the patient rather than a brief office visit. The hospital admission charge will be put through the board day sheet at a later time. No receipt is needed at this time because the claim will be sent to the insurance carrier by the medical office assistant. Okay, so let's pull out your CMS 1500. The first block we're going to complete is also you need, besides the CMS 1500, you're going to need Isabel Durand's ledger card. So, using her ledger card, we're going to see that her insurance is Medicare. So we're going to mark the Medicare block 1. Her ID number, which is block 1A, is again on the ledger card, is 999 621132, D as in dog. Now we're going to type in her name. By the way, anything that you complete on the CMS 1500 should be in capital letters, no punctuation marks, no commas, no hyphens, no periods. Okay, Durand. Isabel. Patient's date of birth is 05/30. And we're going to put in, now they require, it's you have to put in the complete year, so 1944. She's a female. The insurer's name, we'll put Durand Isabel. Then insurer's address, city, zip code, telephone. All we have to do is put same in here. And that'll carry all the way down to the telephone number. Her address is 15721 Spring Way, city, Douglasville, New York, New York, New York. Zip code 01234. Telephone number 123 457 1621. She is single. She does have another, as you will see, being on Medicare, she has a secondary insurance, and it's, since she's low income, it's Medicaid or medical assistance. So we go down to 7 or 11D as in dog and say yes, check yes. Then we have to, it says, if yes, return to complete items 9A through D. We're going to go up here. We put Durand, Isabel. The other policy number is 99148-213. Again, we have 0530 1944. Female. And we want to mark Medicaid down here in block 9D. And you could either put signature on file or on file, so we're going to put SOF and SOF over in block 13, signature on file, meaning that you do actually have to keep that signature on file, and in case the insurance company's in and want to audit, to make sure that you do have a signature for billing purposes. The signature on file allows you to bill without her signing it, and it won't hold up the claim, because just think, if you had to get the patient's signature on the claim form every time you billed, it would be almost an impossible task. You do not have to complete, at this point in time, block 14 or block 14. However, since she was hospitalized, we do have to put her date of hospitalization, which was January 26th of, they're using the date 2013, so that's what we'll use. 01/31 2013. Then her principal diagnosis is 496, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, not otherwise specified 496. Now, what we can do is we're going to go down to block, and that diagnosis is going to be used. As you can see, there's an arrow going down, pointer to 24E, and it says, as you look at diagnosis or nature of illness or injury, relate items 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we don't have an item 2, 3, and 4, to column 24E. Here's 24E, because that's where we're going to put the diagnosis. You're going to see we're going to have a CPT code in 24D. It needs to match the reason in 24E so we can have medical necessity and they will pay us. So that's the relationship between block 21 and 24. So we're going to list her admission. Actually, we're going to list the hospital visit for, the office visit first, the 992122. So we're going to list the first day of admission first. Remember now, she was in from 01/26 to 01/31. So we're going to list 01/26, and we're going to put for um, 2013. So you need to put that 01/26/13 again. The place of service, which you can find in the back cover of your book, and in this case she was an inpatient, so it's going to be 21. The CPT code is initial hospital care 30 minutes. 99221. Unless otherwise specified, you would list the always. There's two codes for the first day of admission, 99221 or 99223. One's 30 minutes, the one we're using, one's 70 minutes. That's extremely long. You would not use that unless the book told you. And again, we have no modifiers. We only have one diagnosis, so we're going to put 1, which represents the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. The charge for the first day of admission is $145. Okay. So $145. She was only in there, obviously, her first day of admission is 1 day. That represents 1 day. So we have a charge for $145. Then we need we need to put a code in for subsequent hospital days. And so she was, again, by the way, the first day of admission, the reason why that charge is so high is that they do a history and physical. They'll do all kind of workups. They have to analyze the empirical objective work that they ordered, such as x-rays, EKGs, lab work, and try to formulate a diagnosis. So the first day of admission, they're permitted to charge more than subsequent days. So now she was in, again, as you can see up here, from 01/26 to 01/31. 01/31 is her day of discharge, and we get to charge for that separately. So we need to charge for January 27th, January 28th, January 29th, and January 30th, which is going to be 4 days. So we're going to put 4 days in the units, and we'll put 01/30 here. Again, it's going to be 21 because it was in the hospital. And if you look in your book, subsequent days is CPT code 99231. Again, we only have one diagnosis, so we'll point to that. Again, 24E, which is our diagnosis or reason for being there, which is COPD, needs to match our CPT codes, which are first day of admission, subsequent days, which it does. So we have 4 days times 79. So CMS Medicare will automatically multiply 4 times 79. Right now we have 145 plus, okay, well, 79 times 4 equals 316 plus the 145. So right now we have $461 we're going to be charging. Again, the carrier multiplies days or units times the charge, and they then get the fee or charge that they will be paying for. Then the last entry is 1/31/13. Again, we're in our place of visit. Place of service is a hospital. And so if you look in the back inside cover, we're going to go with CPT code 99238, which is hospital discharge services. Again, diagnosis is going to be the same one, COPD, so it's number 1 in this diagnosis pointer. The charge, again, is $145 because the doctor, for discharge purposes, has to dictate a discharge summary, analyze the chart, and then write discharge orders, so they're going to get paid more money. Versus the subsequent days, if anybody's ever been in a hospital, they come in and nod their head, say, how are you doing? They will be looking at the chart, but they don't do that much, so they're only going to be paid at a lower rate, which is $79. Okay, so we have 1 unit here. We add 461 plus 145, and we get 606. So let's put 606 in the total charge column. 606. Getting carried away there. So it's $606. Mr. Rand didn't pay us anything, so the balance due is going to be 606. Does the doctor accept assignment? Yes, accept assignment means they accept the terms of the payer's contract for Medicare. Obviously, all doctors are a part of Medicare. So we'll send this off to the Medicare intermediary, whoever that is, and they're called the MAC, Medicare Administrative Contractor. They will review the claim. If it's no mistakes, they'll pay it, and hopefully we'll get it within a 10 to 14 day period. Okay, so that concludes the screencast for a CMS 1500, and I will be coming on with more screencasts in the future on different subject matters. Take care and have a good week.